What's going on, guys? Today we're going to install 2 sets of Baja Design lights on this Solid Shift Concepts 3D printed fog light mount for the GX470. So these Baja lights here are actually from my old 5th Gen 4Runner build. I just sent these out to Baja Designs to get them repaired, and they came back looking refurbished and looking basically brand new. And I just picked up these wide cornering pair not too long ago. Alrighty guys, so this is everything that was provided by Solid Shift Concepts. We have the mounts, we have the Baja Design specific brackets to attach them to the mounts. I'm not sure what these are yet. We have some bolts, washers, and some spiky washers, whatever you call these, man, I forgot. And we have some instructions, which I'm definitely going to be using. And that was not sarcasm, I really am. Alrighty guys, so when you open up your fresh set of Bajas, you're going to have 2 lights, you're going to have 2 packets of nuts and bolts, and you're going to have 2 mounting brackets. These brackets you do not need. These are the brackets that you're going to be using, the Baja Designs compatible brackets that Solid Shift Concepts makes. So this is how it's going to look at the end prior to installing it to the fog light mount. So we're gonna start off with 1 light, 1 packet of bolts and nuts. Alrighty guys, so this serrated washer that comes with the Baja Designs kit is going to go in between the light and the bracket. Serrated washer and screwing. So the instructions show you that these shaded in parts is where the wires are supposed to be routed through. So this is actually showing you the driver's side one. So when you bring it in, it'll be through here is where the wire goes, and through here is where the wire goes. Okay, like mentioned previously, I want to make sure this cable is going to stay to the right of the light. So it's going to stay on this side. I'm going to push this bad boy all the way up here. And you're going to make sure that it's just basically in the middle of the light there, because you don't want to have any issues when you are installing this onto the actual mount. And we're going to go ahead and tighten these up. We're going to throw in this piece. So this piece actually goes inside of the bracket here, just like this. What this plastic piece does is it wraps the bolt snugly, so you don't need to get a wrench in there. You just tighten it with a socket with this and you are good to go. So it's a pretty neat thing that this guy added in there. It's gonna make life much easier when we're mounting it to the base. All right, so we have the light assembled here and it's looking good. So I'm going to demonstrate how to add these lights onto the base itself. My wide cornering lens is going to be on this side, and my driving combo is going to be on the inner side. We're going to go ahead and add the first washer from the Baja Designs kit onto that bolt. We're gonna put it through. We're gonna throw another washer on this side, and then the nut. And since we added that 1 plastic piece that prevents the bolt from spinning on the other side, we don't have to worry about getting a wrench in there. We just have to tighten this side. I obviously want it to be centered. I don't want it to look stupid. It says not to over tighten it, so I'm gonna go ahead and not do that. It's looking good. So this is how it looks. Like I mentioned, the cables go through the sides here. Alrighty guys, so in a moment here, I'm going to show you how to go from this to this. This right here is a plug and play system from the OEM fog light to the 2 Baja Design lights on each side. What you're going to need is the 2 light splitter from Baja Designs, this fog light adapter. You're going to need 2 solder seal wire connectors. This size is the 16 to 14 gauge, and some electrical tape. You're also going to need a heat gun and a wire splitter. These are non-negotiables, and you're gonna see me use these throughout because I have to take off some of the tape from the Baja Designs and stuff, so this is optional. Alrighty guys, so let's get started here. So the first thing that we're going to do here is we are going to chop off this piece right here because we do not need it. So like I said, we are going to need to cut some of this tape here just to get to where we need to get to. ready. I'm gonna go ahead. There we go. Garbage. If you want to eyeball it, you can do your thing. But the amount of wire that you should have exposed to join the two wires together is at least like 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. So I just want to make sure it's 3/4 of an inch, which boom, look at that. Exactly 3/4 of an inch from where it's at right now. So we're just going to pull it back a tad bit more and, you know, only expose the 3/4 of an inch. Cut this off. When you first get these, they come at 11.5 inches long. I just cut these down to 5.5 inches long. And remember that when you're looking at it like this left wire is the positive wire. So now we have each set of wires ready. So first, before we put the wires together, you are going to throw one of these into the wires here. So it's there and it's ready for you. Because once you join the wires together, you're not going to be able to slip it in. All right, so we have both here that are ready to intertwine. This seems to be like one of the most vouched for connections. And since these wires are 2 different sizes, I want something that's going to make sure that it stays, you know, connected really well. So after they intertwine, I just wrap the wires around. Like I said, got this from YouTube. So I just wrapped the Baja one to this one. So now I'm going to wrap this one around the Baja one. And the way to test this is by pulling it. When you pull, it does not separate at all. So that's how you know you got a pretty good connection per YouTube. The wire connector goes in first before you start combining stuff. Go ahead, wrap these around. Strong enough connection. They're both the same. They're both not moving. Both not separating. So boom, that's the hard part. So now these wire connectors are going to go in between both of these, basically sit in the middle, just like that. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just pull this tape back just a little bit more because I don't want this tape to interfere with the wire connector. All right, so now we are going to for lack of better terms, melt this. I don't know how you would say that. So as you can see there, oh shoot. Alrighty guys, so here we are. The wire connector is doing its job. The solder melted, it combined both of the wires for a more durable connection. Now we just have to let it cool off, let it get cool to the touch, and then wrap it in electrical tape and you are good to go. But yeah, for some reason this time around my fire alarm went off, so that didn't happen to the last one. So it is now cool to the touch and I'm going to put some electrical tape on it. So as you can see, this all basically starts here, but I'm going to start right here. I just want this to be so waterproof, dude, that I don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna go until about right here-ish. And just like that, there you have it. Now both of these are good to go. So as you guys can see here, I have 3 of these, and I guess you're probably wondering why. This is what happened, dude. I accidentally grabbed these a little too hard from the middle, and boom, snapped it. So what did I do, man? I DM'd the dude that owns the Solid Shift Concepts, and I told him, like, hey, dude, like, what can I do to fix this? Because obviously this wasn't his fault. This was of my own doing. I wasn't expecting him to replace it. And you know what homie says? I'll send you a new one out. And that's exactly what he did. He sent me a brand new one, dude. And honestly, man, like, this is just sick, bro. Amazing customer service. I didn't ask for this, but he went out of his way to do it. And just shout out to him, bro. Like, that was just awesome and unexpected. Alrighty, guys. So we went ahead and got the new housing on there. This one is out. So shout out to Solid Shift Concepts once again for hooking it up, man. Now it's time to show you guys what you guys got to do to install this bad boy. So once you get under the car, so this right here is your fog light housing, right? And what you're gonna do is disconnect. So these are aftermarket fog lights. I'm not sure how the OEM ones look. I'm sure that it's very similar because it's the same like shape. But I was finagling with this the other day and I actually broke this by accident. Like, I took this off. But essentially, this gives us a better look, right? So this part is gonna be attached to your fog light housing that's already here. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna push this down, you're gonna disconnect this. Alrighty, guys, so we are going to remove this bolt here that's on the side. And then there's also a clip that this one just happened to slide right out. So this clip right here, when I'm pointing at this little black clip, it's usually wedged in there because I see some other videos of some people struggling to take it out. But for mine, I mean, it was already out. I don't know how, but now it's pretty dirty in there, so I'm just gonna wipe this down real quick before I install the new one. Alrighty, as you can see, it is now clean. So we're gonna go ahead and install the new one. Alrighty, guys, so now it's time to use these bolts. These came with the Solid Shift Concepts housing, and these are used to attach this to this. You are good to plug in our connector to the lights themselves, and we are going to pass it through the fog light hole. So this part right here has a lip on it, so you know exactly where the edge is, and it aligns perfectly. All right, so as you guys can see here, one of the bolts go on this side, the other bolt goes on this side here, where the clip-in used to be. And we have the wires connected already. So we're gonna go ahead and tighten those bolts and just test this and make sure that they turn on. Alrighty, guys, so they're working all right. So now we just gotta do the same thing to the other side. Thank you guys so much for watching to the end of the video. If you guys are interested in more GX470 content and just outdoor adventures, consider leaving a like and subscribing. I want to give a special shout out once again to Solid Shift Concepts for hooking it up and replacing the unit that I broke. And thank you to Baja Designs for honoring their warranty and refurbishing the lights. Like I said, they came back basically brand new. So if you're on the fence on spending Baja Designs money, just keep in mind their warranty is valid, it's true, and I have firsthand experience with it. Feel free to check out my channel and look at my other installs. God bless you.